Oh, that was it. My other video I made was what I lost to the microphone not working. It was about accidents and how people feel after a serious accident. I did originally record this where I had my accident. Hold on, car there doing something weird. Yeah, I did originally record this going down the road where I had my accident and pointed out where it happened and this and that, but I'm not there now and it just sprung into my mind. But like, a lot of people say to me, I don't know how you get back on a bike after what happened to you. You know, I had some pretty bad injuries. I broke my arm really bad, they almost amputated it. It's lucky it's there. I broke my neck, I fractured my skull, I had brain hemorrhages, I broke my sternum, several ribs, punctured a lung, split my spleen, and absolutely shattered my knee. It's reconstructed now. So you know, it's pretty exciting. I broke my big toe twice on one little bit of bone. So yeah, per an accident, one crash, it was a lot of injury. 60 miles an hour to nothing and about 12 feet. I was just about to go there, right? But yeah, what was I saying? So for 60 miles an hour, for one accident, there was a lot of injury. A lot of recovery. What are we now? 2014 that happened, so 6 years down the line, and really I still suffer from it every day. You know, so my life's never going to be absolutely normal. My knee's always going to hurt, my wrist is always going to hurt. But like I say, my arm was almost amputated, so it's lucky it's there. But it hasn't put me off riding a bike. I got back on a little bike, my little 200. Then I got an R6 to see how I felt on the road. And then I committed to the Gixxer, the 1000, the big money bike, you know. Which I bought this outright. So that's mine, I own it. No finance, no payments, you know. But I progressed upwards over a few years. I had the KTM for a year, then I had the R6, and then I've got the 1000. And that seems sensible to me. A lot of people said I weren't experienced enough to have a 1000. I'd only ridden a 600 for a year and a half, because my first one I'd done half a year, got hit by a car. My second one I rid it for a year, no problem. So I had a year and a half worth of riding under my belt since I passed my test, basically. The rest is recovering from an accident, and I got onto this. You know, but a lot of people won't get back, but that's where I was going with this. I lost the tangent there. It's not about what sort of bike you ride, is it? It's about how you feel after an accident. So a lot of people say to me, I had an accident in the past and I won't get back on a bike. And they say they don't understand why I won't. Well, they don't understand why I'll ride a bike still. But you know, it didn't put me off at all. I absolutely love riding a bike, whether you're going a bit quick, which I do like to do sometimes, I have to admit it, or if you're just bimbling around. Like, I like both, you know. There's nothing like the freedom you feel while you're riding, and if you've experienced that and you truly enjoy it, nothing's going to take that away from you. Not even an accident, not even a bad accident, you know. I know a lot of people who have been in bad accidents and they still ride. I know a lot of people who have had a couple of silly accidents and they won't ride anymore. I know people who have had a couple of bad accidents and will still ride. And then I know the opposite again. A couple of people who have been in several bad accidents and they won't ride again, you know. I don't know if it happens again how I'll feel if I go through another thing like that. I don't know how I'd feel. Back then I had one kid, now I've got two and a stepdaughter that mean the world to me, so maybe if I had another bad one I might hang it up. I don't know, I'd have to look at that when I got there, but for right now nothing can put me off, you know. I love it. I've done 7,000 miles in the last year. It's absolutely fantastic, I love it. One thing I don't like is cars and cyclists like that. I always try and stay over to the left in case they pull round the cyclist on me. Fucking hell, mate. But yeah, how does everyone else feel? Like, what do you feel about accidents and riding? Would that put you off? Have you had an accident? If you did have an accident in the future, would it put you off? What would it take to put you off? Would your family put you off? You know, like if my missus said to me, I want you not to ride because we've just had a son and I want him to grow up with you, would I stop riding? Probably not. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, probably not. I would still ride. I'd say it's up to you. You know, I'm not stopping riding for now. Maybe when I get older and my arm hurts so bad that I can't fucking handle a bike, or I just have to get a more comfortable bike, won't I? You know, like a sports bike like this is like not the most comfortable obviously, but it's like up there, it's one of the top bikes out. You know, like all the sports bikes or this range, you know, they're the top bikes, they're the fast ones, you know. Maybe I might have to get a sports tourer, still equally as fast. Some of these 1200s out there, faster than this, I'd say, some of them when they're done right. Oh, fucking skid risk, seriously? Fucking gravel. I'm not even worried about skidding, right? What I'm worried about is the fucking stone chips that you get from them. All in your fucking wheels and your pan on the bottom of your bike and that. Never mind, it's not about that. But yeah, you know, I'm not giving up riding because I had an accident. No way. I try not to be an absolute tosser on a bike, you know, but everyone can have their moments, can't they? Everyone can have a bit of fun sometimes. I've been out with people where I've just had to go on, do you know what, I'm going to slow down a little bit because I ain't playing with this, you know. And then I've been out with people who've probably felt the same about me when I've gone down the road, and they've probably thought, do you know what, I'm going to let him go, he's an idiot. So it goes both ways really, you know. But yeah, how do you guys feel about accidents and riding still, you know, let me know. And until next time, I'll see you next time.